Hello everyone, this is Leimomi Keliikuli, Intuitive Soul Alignment Coach here, and I wanted to make a video to talk about some little tips that may help you in terms of like really shifting your energy into the right direction and how to make it so that it is totally in line to what your soul is designed to do. So if you're just listening in, just say hello, just so you know that, just so I know that you're listening in. And at any time you can comment, you can share this with your feed. And I wanted to give you guys some more insights on what to do next for this. So my name is Leimomi Keliikuli. I'm Intuitive Soul Alignment Coach. So I basically help my clients to get to whatever they desire in epic time and at ease and flow by aligning to exactly what their soul is designed to do in this world. I clear soul level blocks that may be restricting them from stepping into their leadership, but I also use the Akashic records in order to clear any of those blocks or those ways that how to shift their life and their business into the right direction. So today I want to talk about why even when you feel aligned to your soul, that you feel this like need to be who you're not really designed to be. And the one shift that could basically make or break your life or your business. And it's so important that you kind of are aware of this, because this is this is what actually keeps us stuck for years if we don't transition to making this shift and this change. So one of the things that I see every time when I explain to my clients, once they've got their blueprints, they know what their soul is designed to do, they've got their business model, they've, because I use the Akashic records to look for very specific details to help people to see what they actually need to align to so that they can get there in epic time. And so every soul is really designed in a certain way. We have actually a very specific business model. We have actually a specific way that we like to engage with our audience and our people. And it's actually a very specific way that our soul is meant to have relationships and connect with people. So, but usually we think like we need to align to other people, places, and things because they've had some kind of success somehow. And it never ever works for anyone. This is actually why people feel very overwhelmed, why they end up with relationships that misalign them, why they are in chaos, why that they are operating actually, how do I say it? Like they're operating like a robot, or they're operating in a way that's just takes so much time, money, and energy. So when you actually feel that you are aligned to your soul, there are certain qualities that you may be missing, and this is actually the reason why it's actually harder to do what you're really designed to do, right? So one of the things that I see is the main reason why, even though we feel aligned, we end up like recreating situations or things that makes us actually not aligned to showing up in that way. And one of the reasons is that we want to please people. The reason we actually want to please people and kind of have that recognition is because we feel like devalued. Maybe you've gotten hurt, maybe you've had certain situations that was very disempowering. So the memory of like not feeling enough, right? Not feeling like I can do it. Those all stem from this idea that you actually have to be like pleasing others in this way. And what the pleasing others actually comes from is this need of that recognition that you're gonna get what you need, but you never really get what you need. And the reason you never get what you need is because you're aligning to the wrong energy of the way your soul is designed. So we think we actually know our gifts, because usually we think, oh, I know how to paint, I know how to write, I know how to play music, and so this is my gifts. But the gifts that I'm actually talking about is I'm talking about the energy of originally what your soul is. When you're aligned to the energy of what your soul is, it's a whole different ball game. Everything you do, you see, you express yourself is actually very, very specific. And I've actually been able to label them in 8 kinds of types of energies. And so when you are aligned to that particular energy, everything that you say and do will make sense when you are aware of this energy. But most of the time we're not aware. So what we tend to do is tend to like get in this pleasing that we have to do who we're not, right? So like, let's say for example, you have this desire that I need to create more love, but then maybe your soul is actually designed to be more in power. That's actually what you give and that's what you offer. So what ends up happening is you're like trying to please them and give them this extra energy, right, of love, when really your soul is designed to be powerful, be inspiring, right? Love and power, they can be very similar, but they're very, very different energetic qualities. How you feel love and how you experience power is two different things, right? Just like creation and order, it can be very similar because it's very orderly. It's like creating things out of nowhere, right, out of scratch, and creating this new strategy or things like that, right? But when we're trying to be recognized in that way, you can never ever fulfill that need for those other people that really do want your power, because they're actually wanting your power, because your soul, whether you know it or not, your soul has a very particular frequency. So when you do actions that are actually against your soul's nature, what happens is you try to give and give and give and give this value of what you think that's your energy, and then what they're actually experiencing is they want that first energy of what your soul is designed, but you're giving something totally not what they want energetically. So this is why we feel like we have to please them. We have to like give more. How can I express more of this other energy, right? So like I said, you might be expressing so much of that love, but really your soul is designed to express more power, because that energetic quality is what you're supposed to give value to people, right? So the more we do the opposite of what our soul is designed, the more we feel like we have to please people. This is where that pleasing comes from. And then in the end product, what happens is you create a lot of jealous people, or people are jealous of you, or they don't understand and can't communicate with you very well, or vice versa. It just feels like this chaotic mess, okay? So that's the first step, is like you're just trying to please and give and give and give that energy, but it never works, okay? So what's happening is you've actually disowned your strength. You're actually taking on your weaknesses and trying to exploit it to other people, and that never ever works. They will feel it. They'll feel it's inauthentic. They don't understand why they feel that way. They just feel it. And they will say it too. They're like, I want this, but you're telling me that. I don't understand why you did this to me and that. And you're like, what? I'm trying to give you love, right? Because you think that's the energy quality that you need to give to people. But really, you're the one that's supposed to give them power. So it's always like a mixed match energetically. So you've disowned these parts of yourself and kind of like almost like not allowed yourself to be completely uniquely you, right? This is why we always have that saying, like, just be you, right? It's so true. Like, you cannot be who you're not. So that is the after effect of actually not feeling enough for a very, very, very long time of your life, whether it was when you're a child or in your teenage years, or in your marriage now, and all of these things, right? Because you've been so disempowered, or you've disowned your parts of who you are. So when you try to act from your power, like suddenly you know that you're power, right? and suddenly you want to act from it. You're like, I don't know how the heck to do that. What is even power in the first place? Because you've been spending most of your life doing the opposite of who you are, which maybe you're aligning too much to that love vibration, right? So when you're in that state, you have to really understand that nothing will ever work until you align to your main energy of what your soul has designed, okay? So you're going to actually end up in this sense of feeling tired that you're not being heard, that you're trying to give, but again, like, no one's listening. You know, you're playing small, you're operating from an energy of lack, right? So when you're energetically creating that vibration, what happens is more jealous people, more drama, more chaotic situations that doesn't make any sense, right? It's like one thing after another, and then you end up reacting to all of the things, and then it disempowers you, and you end up with no money, no time, no energy, and not feeling valued at all, right? So the only way to shift out of that is you really need to choose the one energetic quality that's really who you're designed to be, okay? And choose it from a space that this will create abundance. This is actually takes some testing, because unless you get a reading like from me where I can tell you exactly what the energy of your soul is, it's kind of hard to try it out, because you're going to have to try all the different ways. And you're thinking that's what it is, but it may not be the case when you actually try it out, right? So look at what is the main energy that you are connecting with, because it can be just a tiny little tweak that absolutely will change you to have more peace of mind, more focus, feeling less overwhelmed. You're going to feel more in tune with this like aligned feeling and aligned action is what I call it, right? I call that your soul aligned manifestation action. You just like aligning to the energy of who you are, and you're not thinking about it, right? So I want you to start thinking about that. What is it that I'm really aligning to? Why am I aligning to it in this way? What gets me so happy, right? But in a sense that it will keep you very, very in tune with the bigger goal or the higher vision of what you want to create. Because you have to see the bigger vision, and because that's what's going to get you there faster. And you do also need to have this energetic alignment, which is aligning to your soul's energy, right? And you also need to have all the resources, all the technicalities of the how, right? How those things are going to happen. When all three of these things meet, this is where you can completely shift yourself into the right reality. It's going to make or break your life, either in the right direction or completely the wrong direction. Okay, so this is why it's so important. You have to be aligned to your highest goal. You're like aligned to what you know the bigger goal is. You have to be aligned to directly what your soul is, and you have to have all the technical tools and resources to create that. When all three of those things line up energetically, that's when you move in fast trajectory. This is actually why I move so fast in my life and my business, is because I align to these very three specific things. And this is actually what I teach in my 14-day, my 30-day Soul Line Manifestation Method program, and the 30-day Activate Your Highest Psychic Gifts program. And it's all designed to help you to figure out, okay, be in this meditative state, connect directly to source, and also know what is your bigger goal and your vision, and then see what are all the people, places, and things that's going to give you the foundation to move forward in the right trajectory. When you have all three of those things in alignment, this is when you will feel like money flowing, where you're going to feel very peace of mind. You're going to have more time and energy and more freedom to do what you want to do. You're going to actually be operating like 10 times more than you can even imagine, okay? And when you step into this, everything changes. Your whole life, your whole biz, like everything moves in the right trajectory. So I want you to think about, where are you not aligned? right? Are you really connected to source, right? Are you really connected to what you're divinely made of? Are you aligning to your higher gifts or not, right? Are you in an alignment to that bigger goal? Because then all the strategy, the messaging, everything else can move you forward in that trajectory. But if you don't have all those things all cleared up, it's going to be a chaotic mess. You're going to be spending a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of energy not going nowhere, or you're going there, but you're moving very, very slow. So when you have this focus, when you absolutely have this focus, you're going to find that everything that you say, do, it just works. Like you're consciously creating. You say like, hey, I want to make 10K. Bam, 10K, like it's in your bank account, you know? All of these things will happen if you are consciously aware. You create the resources, the systems and structures on a physical level, right? You align to your higher gifts. You're actually operating at a higher level of service, and at the same time at a very focused energy directly from source, because source actually is always giving you prompts or ways to be at that next level, but you may not be aware of it because you are misaligned in either one, being connected to source, or you're not very clear about the big goal, right? Or you're not really very clear on how the heck you're going to do that. So where are you missing? Are you missing the awakening, the discovery of it, maintenance, or are you really like stuck with the implementation, right? So the only way to get there is you have to go and clean up those major places and fix it. So this is why, again, the 14-day and 30-day program, I'm going to actually be running this for the last time live, and then after that it's going to be more automated. As my business model is going to expand, it's going to really, really shift very fast. So if you've been wanting to know more about who you are at soul level, what is your energy of your soul, right? What is the unique energy that you're made of from source, so that you can actually move faster into your bigger goal and your vision, and also know how to do it and implement it. That's the best program that I made, so that you can actually keep feeling this aligned feeling. So if you're feeling aligned, but again, you're aligning to the wrong energy, this is going to actually make or break your life or your business. You're either going to go in the right direction, or you're going to go in the wrong direction. Okay? So if you're interested in that, you can always reach out to me. You can look at my website at LeimomiKeliikuli.com. And on there also there's you can see all the other programs and stuff that I have available. If you want to have more support and get help from other people who are really, really believes in being in alignment to their soul, you can join my Facebook group, which is the Soul Alignment Leaders for Conscious Living. And also I have a quiz that if you want to know kind of what your energy of your soul is, you can also see that also on my website and take that quiz. All right, I hope that really was informative for you, that you got enlightened to what it is that you need to shift or change. And again, if you really want to do that, I'll be running that 14-day, 30-day program one last time. And so if you're interested in knowing how to do this, align to your soul, align to what your soul is meant to do, it's your soul's vision, and also know how to implement this, this is the best program for you. All right, you have a beautiful day. Aloha.